Hello, my name is Faith Gernhardt. I'm a fiber arts enthusiast. This series of videos follows a weaving project from the very beginning all the way through. Each chapter or each video covers one aspect of that weaving project. So the first step in making a weaving project is deciding what you're going to make. If you're part of a class, you may all decide together and you put a warp on and everybody weaves off that project as it's their turn. If you are just beginning, pretty much you've been in a class, you're in a guild, and you just want to do your own project, go out and look around on the internet, ask some of the other members. If your guild has a library, look through the books that are there. Look out on the website. If you already have a favorite supplier for yarn, then go to that website and see if they have any patterns available for weaving. If you're lucky enough to be in an area where there is an actual shop where you can go and find yarns, they'll probably have patterns available as well. This video is going to show you the process involved in making some scarves that some friends and I decided to make for our small church choir. The first decision we had to make was what the scarves were going to look like. We decided on a pattern that's in this book, 1,000 plus patterns. It is out of print, but is really good. And it has drawings of the various designs. The part that's a little bit hard is how it goes about telling you to weave. Now this is indeed a threading design, but these are the sequences for the heddles. And it had to be translated into a drawdown. So I used a computer program for that. Other things that you might use is you might get a PDF that has both the treadling and the threading. This book, A Hand Weaver's Pattern Book by Margaret Davidson, which was first published in 1944. It's pretty much the definitive book on four-harness weaving. And in there, not only does she discuss how to do the various kinds of weaves, but she shows the pattern. Above here is the threading pattern, then what's called the tie-up and the treadling pattern. And this shows what you will get with each of these designs. So to weave, you're going to need something like that. I would make this little bitty warning. I ordered a program from the Hand Weavers, and when I got the file, it was a program file, which meant I either had to have a program that could read it, or I needed to subscribe to their website where I could use the program file. Now, the next decision we had to make was what yarns we were going to use. So we got some thread cards. We decided we wanted a mercerized cotton. We want cotton because it's very washable. We want mercerized because it's a little bit shiny, whereas unmercerized is dull. And we'll also, over time, it can actually look like it's frayed a little bit. And so we got our card. This is the one we chose. We chose Tubular Spectrum. And you can see there's various sizes on here, so we can look at our sizes. We chose the 5/2, and we are using white and gray. Because we're using what's called a shadow weave, every other thread is white and every other thread is gray, or whichever two colors you're using. That is both in the warp and the weft. And to make it a little more complicated, we're going to weave 2 scarves at the same time on our looms. So the first thing we had to do was figure out how much yarn we're going to need. So we said, okay, here's our calculations. We want the finished scarf to be about 48 inches. And we want a 1/2 inch hem, which means we're going to add an extra inch on each side. That makes it 50 inches. And then we have to take in the shrinkage that's going to occur. And the typical shrinkage with cotton is about 10%. So that means we're going to do 3 inches just for shrinkage. So that means each scarf is going to be 53 inches long. Now we have to look at what it's going to cost us to put it on the loom. Well, I don't have a real good history with keeping my tension very, very smooth across multiple projects. So I intend to take each scarf off the loom as I make it. That means that for each scarf, I'm going to lose about 6 inches for the tie-on. And then for all the scarves, my loom is going to use about 1 yard. So for every thread in the scarf, okay, well, back up a minute. So I'm going to add 6 inches, which means for my 53 inches plus 6 inches, I'm going to do 59 inches. Make life calculations easier, I made it 60 inches. My loom is going to use up 1 yard in the back that I'm not going to be able to weave. My card that I got is nice enough to tell me that with 5/2 yarn, with 1 pound, I'll get 2,100 yards of thread. So I calculate how much I need, and then I ordered that in. Now I have my threads. I've got the design we've decided on. We've calculated how much thread we want and what kind of thread. We've purchased the thread. Now it's time to make the warps. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.